Bitcoin falls to 68K. Are the bears warming us up for a bigger move down, or is there still a chance to rally up towards 80K? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 3:20 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 68,350. We're gonna start off here with the weekly chart. This candle closes in the next 4 hours and a half, and right now we're having a red candle with a wick coming from the top. This to me is looking bearish. We're just going here sideways. We had about 6-7 weeks of red candles, as you can see here. Then we had barely a green indecisive candle, basically a wick down green candle, and then a big green engulfing candle, and now we have another red one. If it closes like this is going to be tweezer tops. This usually signifies more downside. The 200 moving average right now is at 59,064, and we take a look here at the stochastics RSI. As you can see, every time we get up to this point, we roll over. We come down, we come up to this point again, we roll over, and we're exactly at that point again. And it looks like we're about to roll over. The RSI is telling us that we're about to roll over as well. Now, I think we might go sideways another week or two, let this 21 moving average come down a little bit closer to price range, and then possibly fall down from there. You guys know I have this ultimately in a head and shoulder pattern, and this measured move takes us down to about 30K, maybe a little bit below. When we wick down to the 200 moving average, we already made half of the measured move, so there's halfway more to go. It looks like that could be in play. We head over to the 6-day chart. So stochastics show that we're on the way up, but this candle closes in the next 3 days and 5 hours. Right now it's a red candle. The candle before that was also red with a wick down, and we're just holding support here on the 200 moving average. This looks to me clearly like a bear flag. All these wicks here is just showing we cannot get above this price range. Head over to the 4-day chart. You can see that the stochastics are starting to get toppy. We had tweezer tops here. Now look, another candle is starting to turn red. 3 days and 5 hours before this candle closes, we can see that the 21 moving average crossed down on the 200 moving average. That's bearish, and we already touched price range, so this is already primed to start falling down. 2-day chart, this is where I ultimately have the bear flag, and we're gonna move this over because it hasn't broken down yet. We might get a new measured move, and I told you guys, don't get too happy that we broke out of the bear flag towards the upside, because after we got these tweezer tops, we're falling back into the pattern. And now that I moved over the measured move, let's see where it takes us. Still around the same. I think before it was like 43, and I was giving me about 44,480, 481. So 44, 43,000. It's possible. What's next? Look at the stochastics on the way down. This doesn't look good. And the daily chart, we could see it even more clearly how we're back into the bear flag here. We've had tweezer tops. We have another red candle. This candle closes in 4 hours and a half. It looks like we will be closing red as well. This is also looking to me like a head and shoulder pattern. We're going to go over that a little bit later in the lower time frames. Head over to the 22-hour chart. Look at this. Low on the stochastics, we're about to roll over. We're below the 21 moving average, below all the moving averages. Not looking good. 8-hour chart, ever since we rejected off that 200 moving average, it's just been more downside. Here you can see more clear the head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We're basically on the neckline. On the 4-hour, this is what's looking very bearish to me. We finally got above the 200 moving average. We did the head and shoulder pattern. We're right in the neckline, and we just broke below the neckline here. And as you can see, we're below the 200 moving average. This 21 moving average is starting to come down. This is eventually going to cross the 200 moving average, just like how it looks here on the 4-day chart. Now, I was telling you guys that we had a head and shoulder on the 4-hour versus an inverted head and shoulder on the 1-hour, and it looks like the head and shoulder on the 4-hour is what's about to play out. So this is clearly a head and shoulder pattern. So the measured move to this would be from the top of this wick pretty much to the neckline. I would say is right here. So more or less this takes us down to about 62,261. I think before I had a measured move of like around 61K, so pretty much let's call it 62K even. Now one thing here that's bearish is that we fell below the 200 moving average with this red candle. Then we had a green candle. This would have been tweezer bottoms, but we never confirmed it above the 200 moving average. We actually got another red candle, which is now basically when this closes in 30 minutes, if it doesn't turn green, it's going to be tweezer top. So this is just showing me with more strength that we are about to head lower. The stochastics here, if we zoom in, they're low, but this kind of looks like it wants to roll over again. And we could also dip all the way down here like we've done here, like we've done here, like we've done here. So it's not looking good right now for Bitcoin. It's looking actually pretty bearish. On the 1-hour chart, stochastics are toppy. We haven't been able to get above the 21 moving average. It's not looking good. This also looks kind of like a double top here, even though this is a shorter top. This could also bring us down 67, 66K. Now the 15-minute chart is the only one that looks kind of okay, because this kind of looks to to me like an inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head. Maybe this could be the right shoulder, but now I'm seeing that the stochastics are about to roll over and we lost a 21 moving average. So this is just looking to me like a big bear flag that's about to fall down as well. If we can't get above the 200 moving average with strength at 69,859, it's more downside. Right now, guys, overall, I'm going with this pattern. I'm going with this head and shoulder pattern, possibly taking us down to about 62, 61K. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.